Okay, look at this question. It's easy, yeah, it's scarier as the previous problem, but it's again not very scary. What you can try to look at is that we have to find Ix now. So Ix is again in this short, basically, which is a common thing between this circuit, and perhaps you can see that there is another circuit that is operating. So this may or may not be important, but we will solve it and come up with more knowledge about it. So you see, it's just like the previous problem. All we have to do is solve three different circuits. So if we are able to find the current in this one, the current here is not going to affect this one. So if we know the expression for current in this one this way, the current in this one this way, and the current in this circuit this way, all these three circuits have this one as the common branch. So this Ix is going to be uh, in this direction. Let us say this is I1, and this one, let us say it is I2, and this current flowing here, it's actually a mesh current coming here. Let us say it is I3. So this current is this mesh current. This is the mesh current I2, and this one not strictly a mesh current, but let's call this loop current. So now we can see that Ix is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, all functions of time. So let us just start dealing with each circuit individually. Let us treat this as one circuit. So before t is equal to 0, this was open, so nothing flowing in here. If this capacitor had energy at minus infinity, it would have been lost by 0, because a long time has passed. This will be in steady state, it would be short. So we have this nothing in here, and this switch was also open, so no current flowing here. And by the way, look at this circuit. This circuit has no inductor or capacitor in this loop. So basically we can solve this 40 and 10 in parallel. We are going to get 40 into 10 over 40 plus 10, which is 400 over 50, which will be 8 ohm. So we have a 8 ohm resistor here and 22 ohm, and both of them are in series. So basically this circuit is, look at the direction of the current, that's very important. So if we have a 180 volt source, and then at t is equal to 1 second, we have it connected with 8 ohm and 22 ohm in series. So it's a 30 ohm resistor, and a switch that closes at t is equal to 1, switch B. And we have to find the expression for this current, I3. So I3 would be equal to minus 180 over 30, minus because of passive sign convention, or minus 6 ampere. So I3t is a constant current. We have it here. And look at this, and this one is a circuit based on capacitors. We have a capacitor in circuit, and this capacitor is not available in this. This was in the circuit as well, but at t is equal to 3, no, it was initially not in the circuit, because it was, this switch was closed initially and then opened at 3. So basically this would short it out, and it will no longer play any role in this Ix or anywhere. So basically this I2 current would have different periods of operation. We are going to look at that. Let us start with this circuit. So before, at t is equal to 0 minus, we can, by the way, solve it just by discussion. Before the switch closes, there was no energy in here, no current flowing here. So basically I1 would be 0. So what will be the current through the inductor? That is I1 is the current actually to the inductor I1, 0 minus is 0, and that would also be I1, 0 plus, because it's the current of an inductor. And what will be its final value when this has been closed? And I1 at infinity would be, so it would short out at infinity, and we will have this circuit. So the current would be 240 over 40. Look at the directions and passive sign convention. It makes sense. So 240 volts appear across 40 in this polarity, plus here, minus here. KVL has to be satisfied. 0 volts here. It's shorted out at infinity. So 240 over 40 is 6 amperes. Final value. So what will be the expression for I1t? According to the general solution, I1 at infinity plus initial is 0 and then minus at infinity e raised power minus t, switching has occurred at 0, over tau. Or tau, what will be the tau here? The tau in this circuit would be the resistance dependent upon the resistance seen by the inductor. So suppose you want to find the Thevenin equivalent with respect to the inductor. Remove this inductor, made two terminals, short this out. What resistance are we going to see from these two terminals? We will be seeing 13 and 40 ohm source in parallel. Let me draw this for you. So if we remove the inductor, because we are seeing with respect to the inductor, what resistance are we seeing? This 40 and 13 are not in series. So suppose we have these terminals A and B here. So RAB would be 40 in parallel with 13, whatever that is. 40 into 13, solve this for yourself. Let me use that as RAB. So we are going to get 5 over RAB. So this is the expression for IT for all time, for t greater than 0. And so we have found I1, I3. What about I2? Let us come to the circuit of I2. So we have a circuit here, a capacitor, here, this is the circuit, and switching that occurs at 2. By the way, this I3t is minus 6 amperes after t is equal to 1. Before t is equal to 1 second, it was 0. So this is true after 1 second. And we have a switch here now that opens up at 3 seconds. So we have a 100 microfarad capacitor, a 50 microfarad capacitor, a 24 ohm resistor, and a 20 volt source, and current that we want to find like this, I2. So let us come up with a strategy to solve this. We want to find the initial value of I2 before, okay, the circuit starts operation at t is equal to 0. Circuit was in steady state. So at t is equal to 0, what will be the situation? So at t is equal to 0 minus, the situation would be, this would be opened up, this would be opened up, this is also opened up, so no current flowing. So I2 0 minus is 0. But again, remember, this is not an inductor current, so we will not say, we cannot say that it will be the same as I2 0 plus. What will happen at I 0 plus? So because no current was flowing in here, this was open, both of these capacitors would have been treated as 1. So both of them are in series in the circuit. So we can consider them as 1. And remember, in series, the equivalent capacitance is, the reciprocal of the equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the capacitances. So we can find C equivalent as 100 into 50 over 100 plus 50, whatever that is, 5000 over 150. So that would be something like 50 over 1.5, 500 over 15 microfarad. I have made one mistake. The switch was closed actually, so this was shorted out. So there was no concept of this equivalent calculation. This capacitor was only in play. So before this circuit was, before this switch was opened, actually only this was in the circuit. So we will have VC 0 minus 0, because no, we will have this fully charged. Why? Because there is no switch here. So basically this would be opened up. This is shorted out, sorry. So this would be opened up and all this voltage will appear at its terminals in this fashion. So we will have this as 20 volt, VC 0 minus. So VC 0 plus would be 20 volt as well. So what will be I2 at 0 plus? We have a voltage source at this would be the situation. It will remain opened up and this current I2 would be 0 till this switch opens up when the circuit changes, because when it opens up a new capacitor is introduced in the circuit and we are going to get so this is clear that I2 0 or I2t is 0 till this switching time comes. So this is fairly